What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. Today we are showcasing some Battlefield 6 Season 1 gameplay. Ooh, choppy gameplay to start, my bad. I had some corruption with my footage. But what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome. I thought that I clipped a lot of the stuff out, but I guess I missed a couple. But what's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream, everybody in the YouTube and the Twitch chat. How y'all doing? Welcome. Well, that was a great way to start with a death. I forgot to clip that out too, you know. What's up? How y'all doing? Yeah, the 28th is when this ends up launching. Try to get up on that jump spot. You have to make a little angled approach to it. Missed that at first. But what is up? We got a little bit of some stuttering. Yeah, dude, I don't know why my shadow play was glitched like crazy for this capture event. Now it's such a bummer. Yo, Thunderbird joining the members at a level 2. You legend. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. Welcome to the fam. Is the VR coming with Season 1? Right now, we don't know. That's the rumor, but nothing has been officially stated. Nothing's been confirmed. We didn't see anything in regards to what was showcased for the trailer today. That was all multiplayer stuff. So maybe not. If they do, it's gonna be a shadow drop like they did with like Apex for EA previously. What Warzone kind of did, there was a little bit of leaks and a little bit of lead up for that, like very minimal, but like still a little bit. Dude, okay, so Eastwood is the map we're showcasing right now in this gameplay. I love that there's golf carts you can join. you can drive around. It's so funny to me. Wish they'd show more. Yeah, listen, I like to keep it like without in gameplays just for the flow of everything. Like I feel like that's more entertaining to watch versus the deaths, but I fully recognize I die a lot in games, so like I'm totally fine with keeping stuff in where possible. But yeah, this is the new map panda. Yes, sir. What's up, Tanner? How you doing, man? Hi from Switzerland. What's up, Thunderbird? How you doing, brother? Hello, Autumn BF6 brothers. What up? The game when it's not lagging just feel like it's slow motion. No, I feel that. What you're seeing right now is not game lag. It's literally my recordings corrupting. I don't know why. This was the first time I've ever had a problem with shadow play where I'm just straight up recording everything. I had if I do back-to-back like flashback recordings, so like you save the last 20 minutes or something, I have issues then at that point because it's trying to backlog data and pull that up to a like modern recording. That if I do back-to-back on that, it kind of overlaps and glitches. But this is the first time I've had issues with it where it actually like bugged out just regular recording, which is a bummer. But lighting colors look great. Oh, dude, for this map in particular, yes, absolutely. The other map, Blackwell Fields, it's a little bit tough for visibility because you'll see when we get there. Blackwell Fields. Damn, I did not fix the audio desync on this part either. Wow. I missed the embargo time. I wanted to be live an hour ago. I missed the embargo time because I was clipping all of this and getting it ready. And I guess I just did not get this gameplay clip properly done. But Blackwell Fields is, it takes place in like a desert oil field. But it ends up having, like the sun in the background it's like a dusk period, so it's a hazy, and then you have the burning and the smoke from all the fires on the fields. That gets a little tough for visibility. This one, not so much. I think if you turn off shadows to like the ultra setting, you'll probably have a better ability on this map, because there are portions where like the shadows do kind of get in the way, but other than that, it's great. Looks great. Hi from Ireland. What's up, man? Yo, and Backroad with the Twitch sub, my man. Much love, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you for the resub, my man. 37 months. That's crazy, actually. Full XP back in hardcore servers. I don't know that, actually. Love all the videos. Yo, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro. Had one map with my 5070 12 gigabyte. Yeah, dude. It's like, I think for this game is optimized pretty well, which I'm really pleased with. Yeah. I would say there's definitely lagging issues for sure, gameplay. I get that 100%. I just wanted to clarify for anybody that may be watching that this is not necessarily indicative of what you're gonna, the lag is maybe not necessarily indicative of what everybody's gonna have issues with. And dude, holy shit, I thought this was better. It is lagging quite a bit on this. I apologize. Oh, I appreciate that, Alexander. Thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, thank you. This map, dude, I think this is gonna be one of my favorite maps. I think Blackwell Fields is pretty solid, the other one. But the one thing that I will say is that the thing that I had the most issue with is that it's all open field on that map, which isn't inherently bad, but like it's just, oh, I left that aim in there. Gross. There's just so much empty space between points that like if you're running infantry, it's kind of hard to get from A to B. But no lag while playing. Yeah, it's sometimes just hardware related, like depending on if you're on PC, if you're on PlayStation, Xbox, server potentially. So it's all situational. So yeah, where some people may have lag, others may not. Do you know if they improved any of the UI at all with Season 1? Like the core UI, like the tiles? No. That stuff I don't think they're going to change. That's unfortunately a little too integral to the game itself. Like UI is strangely one of the things that is like the toughest thing to... It's interwoven with everything, so if you mess up one part of it, it breaks the whole game. So a lot of the times, like that core UI is usually what you're stuck with no matter what game you're talking about. Like that was one of the big things why like Modern Warfare 2018, for example, is the one that I remember talking to developers about specifically, is that when you had only 5 creative classes versus the normal 10 that you had, like to just double that was actually a huge overhaul because it could have broken the entire systems in play. So like that's where you get some of those issues that pop up, and why you don't see a lot of that stuff usually amended after the fact. But any words on naval maps? Not in this, unfortunately. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? I did notice one thing though that was interesting with I literally put this clip in here just because I thought they were so fun to drive around. The one thing that I definitely did notice though was they fixed the bloom of the bug. Like bloom obviously still, bloom and bullet spread still exists within this obviously, but they fixed it where like you will definitely notice that it is a lot more accurate when you're shooting and holding down sustained fire for at least the first half of your magazine perhaps. But that said, I did find another bug actually that was unfortunately tethered to bloom as well, where it's either a bloom bug or it's a like hit reg bug, because I would get out of, and I think I got this down to, it was part of getting out of vehicles. When I got out of vehicles, I ended up noticing the first or couple of gunfights that I'd get into, it might have honestly been until I went down and like reset everything. Once I got out of vehicles, I was point blank on people and not getting any registry at all. So like either it's a registry issue or like it made the spread cone huge, like the biggest possible. But it was I only experienced that getting out of vehicles and going into a gunfight. So I don't know if that's something that's like isolated specifically to that, but that was one thing that I did notice as well. What's up, driver? How you doing, man? You're in Drewski's video getting yo, dude, he was terrorizing me. But I like to think that I gave it back to him. So I don't know if he showed that point just yet. You might see it in some of the gameplay here. I like to think that we had some nice sniper battles. I like to think so. I love Drew though. He's such a good dude. Drew friendly. Yeah, that'd be cool. Cool. Golf cart with C4. Yo, yes, golf cart with C4 would be sick. I can't wait to see that actually. How the size of the new maps? This one is Blackwell Fields is, I'd say, like medium sized. I like to think that Eastwood is a larger map. You know what? This one's probably like medium to large size now that I think about it, because there is a lot of area for your jets, a lot of area for helicopters. I feel like in Conquest, as big as the map is, there's not as much space between the objectives, which is also good because again, it's all open fields if you're infantry. So like it's really tough to get from point A to point B if you are infantry. So these are both on the larger size, or larger side of things. Whether or not like they're the biggest maps, I don't know in particular by comparison just yet. Eastwood was definitely one though where I did notice that, you know what, that one didn't have jets now that I think about it though. So this one actually might be bigger in that sense, but they're both very similar in sizing. What's up, Gameplays? How you doing, man? Wish there's one of some of the Easter eggs. Yeah, no, we didn't have any time to really explore, so that it's possible there's some, but progression, we didn't quite get to see any of the updates to the challenges. They only had loadouts and the gameplay available in this build, so we didn't get to see any of the missions or assignments or anything. But fingers crossed, yeah, they are adjusted. VR in Season 1, we do not know just yet. If it happens, it's going to be probably a shadow drop. It's still rumored to be, like that's what all the leaks have said, but nothing officially, obviously, has been announced just yet. Oh, dude, it is a ton of fun. Yeah, 100%. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This map, I would say it's very good with vehicles. You can find success infantry-wise, but like I think you'll find a lot of fun with vehicles. More of a sim racing type. Yo, I feel that. Those things are sick. I'm terrible at those kind of games, but they're awesome. they're awesome to watch people that are good at it. How's the new carbine? Yo, it's deadly. It might be my favorite gun in the game. It's got a moderate fire rate, but it packs a punch, dude. And with the updates to like the bloom and the spread, it's definitely feeling nice. The sniper though, actually, I think if you're a sniping fan, I think you are going to love it. It is the fastest firing of the snipers, and also it feels like it has the least bullet drop. Like I was, you might see it in some of the gameplay here. I was taking shots 150, 200 meters that like I'm just aimed on their head, like zero compensation for bullet drop or anything. And in this build, I didn't have my I don't have my rangefinder bound to my primary fire, so it's not like I'm automatically compensating for it. Any word on if they'll reintroduce the test rate? Dude, wow, holy shit, that was glitchy there. We didn't see any of that. I don't know. I would love for that to be the case. I think, though, they're kind of leaving that up to Portal. Because I would love for an official test range. Like, I think that that's always a great addition to have in every single one of the games. But right now, yeah, we didn't have access to it if it is coming. We only had access to Eastwood and Blackwell Fields. Possibly, John, but at the same time, EA has done this in the past already where it's worked out for them with Apex. Like, Apex was a shadow drop where there might have been leaks talking about it whenever it happened back in 2017, 2018, but like they literally just dropped that on a whim and it worked out brilliantly for them. Warzone kind of did the same thing. There was a little bit of lead up with that, like little bit. But this, I mean, it's possible to just recreating or attempting to recreate the Apex hype around it. And it's not like it's a huge secret. Like, it's the worst kept secret in the industry, I feel like. Like, everybody knows it's coming at some point. So, like, it's just a matter of the excitement of when, I guess. They already implement the Bloom update? No, not yet. I think it's in this build that we had where it's like the Season 1 build. Oh, dude, I'm so bothered by the fact that my gameplay is corrupted. I'm so sorry. This is the first time I'm getting to watch back this all stitched together. I thought that I fixed a lot of it, and I thought I smoothed a lot of it out, but like, damn, dude. I apologize. Already hit this map, kid. It is, this one is, I think for visibility, this one's a little tougher. Maybe it's just me being the old guy, the 30-year-old gamer, eyes are going bad and everything, you know? But like with the sunset haze, cinematic is all hell, I'll tell you that, I love that. But it's definitely tough, I feel like, in some of the instances, if there's some foliage or something, or somebody's peeking over the hillside crest. Like, it gets tough for visibility, so I 100% get you, but I do think it also still plays very well. So, like, I'm right there with you. I'm hit or miss on it. On my first round with the sniper, I got once round, 20 kills. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, sniping in this game feels so fun, I think. And once you get the hang of it, I think it's so, like, it feels so satisfying. Yeah, Tanji, that's a great point as well. I don't think they want to take away from the premium stuff. But also, I would not be surprised if we don't see stuff tomorrow, and it truly could just be a shadow drop. Either way, I'm ready for it. I am already ready for my schedule to just be annihilated, because, like, listen, if you watch just the Battlefield content, that's totally fine. That's awesome. But if you follow the channel and you saw the Arc Raiders stuff as well, Arc Raiders is 2 days after the launch of Season 1. So if there is also a Battle Royale launching 2 days before Arc Raiders, I'm not going to sleep. I might die. Because, like, how am I going to grind out a Battle Royale and Arc Raiders? Like, it is so stressful from that sense of trying to, like, I love that I'm busy with work and content and everything, but, like, there's not enough time in the day, man. I've had shot multiple enemies within 10 meters. Oh, dude, yeah, 100% Jacoby. It definitely needs some work. And I'm hoping that it is completely fixed out with this update. I noticed it was better with this update for the gameplay build that we had, but you say a shadow drop of BR is the best move for DICE while hype is up. Now that, like, I'm kind of coming to terms with it's very possible it does shadow drop with Season 1. Again, for clarity, that is not confirmed. That is just the rumors and speculation right now. I'm coming to terms with if that happens, it's okay. I personally would have thought that, like, dropping within, like, a Season 2 perhaps would have been personally better from a marketing perspective, because, like, the hype is still up with Season 1 here. Like, that's entirely independent. Like, you don't need the Battle Royale to see that people are excited for Season 1. Season 2, though, after the holidays, when people are, like, already 3 months into the game or something like that, you might start to see people, like, losing a little bit of interest, you know? And so, like, that brings the hype back up. That's what I would have personally thought. But at the same time, it seems like they're going all out here for Q4, which is fine. Like, absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it seems to be working. Like, people are obviously excited for the BR. People are obviously excited for the new season of content. So I think either way, it's success for them. It's just, I don't know if, because one's hypothetical more than the other. Obviously, it's going to launch at one of those periods. It's hard to gauge, like, which one would be better, you know? I did, Cade, yeah. We just passed that, dude. That was, oh, dude, we were cooking, brother. Felt like the beta felt better? Interesting. In what way? Oh, yeah, dude, if Arc Raiders is unimpeded, it's definitely going to pop off. I do think, though, that Arc, as I've mentioned before, I don't think that it's a game that's going to explode. Like, it very well could explode at launch, but I don't think that's going to be the game's peak, is the launch. Like, I feel like that's a game that's going to grow over time, which I think is cool. Yeah, there are new maps, Jack. This is Blackwell Fields. We just had a little bit earlier some showcase of Eastwood, but we're going to have this on loop. I'm going to actually put this on repeat so it just cycles through. Aside from the HUD, what's your least favorite thing about the game and your most favorite? Right now, it's the bloom and the spread bug. Again, I'm totally fine with bloom inherently as a thing. I get why they do it. I get why it's there, but right now it's bugged. The base of it, when it's not bugged, I don't mind. I can tap fire. I can not hold my trigger down for an entire magazine. I can make that adjustment. It's whatever. But whenever it's actually bugged, that's where it's problematic. That's probably my least favorite part. Sniping I've been having a ton of fun with too. I love it. It feels so good. So that might be one of my favorites at the moment, but I don't know. I don't know if I can pinpoint one thing down. They weren't dropping a VR, I'd drop it completely for... Yo, I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that. Ark is going to absolutely consume my life. The Battle Royale is also going to, unfortunately, consume my life just for content sense for at least, like, a couple of weeks. But, I mean, I'm excited for just anything, man. Oh, dude, yeah, Jacoby, once you get past, like, the inventory sorting portion of it, it's a very fun game. Yeah, Panda, I have absolutely no idea, dude. It's that meme of, guess I'll die. Yeah, I would say, and the consistency did feel fixed in this build, Trebek. So I think that it's definitely something that's nice that they'll get this sorted. The one thing that I did mention earlier, though, is that I noticed with automatic weapons. I don't think I noticed it with my sniper now that I think about it when I got out there. With automatic weapons, when I got out of vehicles, there were like 3 times, I think, where I was like point blank or very close range to somebody and I just had 0 either hit reg or the spread and bloom was just so absurd that I didn't hit a single shot. So I think that's a new bug that's introduced with Season 1. I'm hoping that's tackled by the launch of Season 1 next week, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the new season releases on the 28th. This is hands-off gameplay. Little disclaimer up above. This was recorded in a pre-recording capture session last night. So this we got some previews of it, but this isn't me playing right now. Yeah, no, I feel that, MCO. And honestly, that's just the nature of Q4. Everybody tries to push out for the holidays. They try and capture the player's attention for people buying games and for a lot of live service games, hoping that you buy stuff in game as well. That's just how it is every single quarter, or every single quarter four. That the nature for me is having to cover multiple of those. It does get a little crazy, but again, dude, I fully recognize I'm fortunate enough that is how I pay my bills. Like, I'm never gonna complain about having too much work with video games of all things. But no, I get you entirely. It's a lot to tackle for if you want to play multiple games and do have a standard job that isn't around gaming. So 100%, dude. I feel that big time. Oh, dude, challenges being bugged. Yeah, that's also something that is on my I don't like list. We didn't have access to any of the new challenge updates in this build, so I don't know if it's fixed entirely, like if this season 1 introduces new challenges or like decreases on the challenges. But yes, 100% agree. That's also. All right, Thunderbird, take it easy, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, mindful when exiting vehicles. Yeah, I think it's probably a bug that's accounted for and known. A lot of times when they give us this hands-on early, it is stuff that is known and things that have already been in the works. But oh, dude, yeah, I saw a Reddit post, I think, about that SKU where, yeah, I hope that's fixed as well. I think for the average player and without Portal, 200-meter headshots at 150 of them is kind of crazy. Like, if you do get Firestorm, you can kind of farm that on Breakthrough, but it's still like an insane amount. If you had, I apologize once again for how much choppiness there is in this footage. My footage all corrupted basically today, so I apologize on that. If you played Portal, like in the Portal Breakthrough Firestorm, and you had attacking, you literally could just farm those bot kills because they'd stand there on the point. But like without that counting towards challenges now, without them like addressing that and offering a way to have some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like trade-off for it. It is something that's just an insane challenge. So for that, me, because I play the game a ton, I don't mind. I'm gonna get it. But if it is somebody that's your average Joe playing a couple of games a week, a couple of hours a week maybe, it's gonna be insane. Like I think that challenge at the very least needs to be decreased down to like 25, 50, 200-meter headshots, if not reworking it entirely. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? This is releasing next week. This will be live on the 28th. This is my first game, and I felt a little good about that quad kill. And then I watched back the footage, and I was like, oh, great. It corrupted. Like 2 a game? Yeah, 100%. So, like, if you're doing that at the minimum 75 games, which 75 games lasting on average probably 20 to 30 minutes, that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of time. So I'm hoping that they at least rework that. Isn't that the VR map? It's possible it's taken from, but we also did see that early leaks of this map, people thought it was the BR map, but it was pointing towards this. So very possible they're shared, but right now this is just the multiplayer map. How the new map feel to play? This map felt really good. C and where I'm at is the focal point by far. Like, it's just where everything converges, and it gets really hectic. The rest of the map was very varied in the sense of you had gunfights that you were at a clear advantage versus disadvantage, like these hillsides. You could feel like Rambo some games, and then others just not feel good about your shot at all, or like you're getting flanked. So like it's a good variation in layout and how everything works. I love this map because you have golf carts you can drive around. That's Battlefield, baby. You think there's a chance we won't see Battle Royale on the 28th? I think there's a possibility, yes. I don't know if I expect it to come, but I also don't know if I expect it not to come, if that makes sense. Like, I selfishly, as a content creator with so much stuff to do this fall, I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't, just because I want some time to breathe. But I also think that it's awesome that we're getting so much so quick after the launch of the game, so I'm okay with either. Oh, dude, 100%, Trebek. 100%. Absolutely agree. So, okay, so, Kate, I'll be honest with you. I didn't play the 8v8 mode. I played one match of the strike point mode, the search mode. Didn't like it. Didn't like it, but also it's because I was focused on, like, trying to get some extra screenshots and stuff, so I really wasn't playing all that much. Like, that's probably on me. Wasn't playing well, and then I was like, you know what, I need to go grab footage in the firing range and get footage of the cosmetics. So then I just left the game. This is in there for sure. Okay, cool. Nice. You're in the spawn map and it just drags you all the way. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Uncommon. I also can't think of the name. It's been so long. How's the new sniper? Any good? I think it's the best sniper in the game. It is the fastest firing, like the rechambering speed. And then the actual bullet drop feels non-existent for a long time. Like, I was hitting shots of 150, 200. I think that the longest I had in the test we had was about 220, 230. But no, like, I was aiming on people's heads. I didn't have my rangefinder bound to my primary fire. It was just, you didn't have to compensate for that bullet drop. So outwards of, like, a lot more, yes, you are probably going to have to. But, like, that bullet velocity was pristine. Keep up the good work. Okay, so 8v8 was this busted spawns. I think that the 4v4 mode, because I didn't have any experience with the 8v8, I think the 4v4 mode is going to be great if you're playing in a squad. Because then you can push together. But, like, I was playing solo with presumably other people playing solo in our test. There was just no communication. So, like, if one person got picked, you're already at a disadvantage. And then they just capitalize on that. They capitalize on that. And if you're moving as a squad, great. If not, you're kind of just like, well, now I'm outnumbered. Yeah, you can blow up a lot of the walls, for sure. Yeah, it's a one-shot headshot with the new sniper as well. Yep. Which will get your most attention. I think that this one, I think that Eastwood will. Again, dude, I am so sorry. I'm just watching this back, seeing how choppy this was. I don't know why my footage just decided to glitch out. I've never had this issue when just recording straight with Shadowplay. I don't know why that happened, but it looks like a COD map. Wait a second. I don't think so. I think this is almost more quintessential Battlefield map than half the stuff we've had so far in 6. Yeah, the choppiness, dude. I'm so sorry. This hurts me to watch on my PC, let alone on the stream. Yeah, I did find that mechanic interesting, that you could finish people off. Like, it automatically requested a revive. But yeah, it was a down, and then you could down and out feature type of where you could kill him. Inside it did? Okay, that's understandable. Do you know if they patched the visibility outdoors yet? What do you mean? Do you mean like the sort of like transition period where like looking outside and inside and vice versa is like darker than? You play that? Yeah, we just switched this one here. Yep. When's the last time you cleared and formatted your storage residual file? Not too long ago, I feel like. Dude, I have some terrible tech luck sometimes. I think that I checked my drives and everything and did some cleanup and formatting. I think like even last week. But how do you play early? I was invited to an early capture session last night. When you look outdoors or windows, how bright is it? I don't know that I had too many instances in this where I was looking outside to in or inside to out. Like this map is predominantly out in the open. Eastwood, we might have been able to see some of that in our clips from when we were in C looking out. I think it still is pretty dim. But I also don't know if it would be comparable to what we have now, any better or worse. I want to say it was slightly improved because I didn't consciously notice that when playing. But I also could not tell you for sure, unfortunately. Interesting on the ARC stream. That should be. That might just be a streaming PC thing. I don't know if I dropped any frames or anything. Because like the gameplay recordings I have of ARC are fine, but yeah. So this update, I do believe, Jay, I do believe they did fix the bloom issue because a lot of my shots felt a lot more crisp and pristine. But I did notice that there was another bug where when I got out of vehicles, I noticed it about 3 times. Where if I went and I automatically, like, I fired an automatic weapon, the bloom or hit reg, it could have been one or the other, bloom or hit reg, I just was not getting registry point blank on some people. So I don't think it's in any of these clips here that we have in this, like, gameplay I'm showcasing now. I might put it in the video later tonight when I work on it. But it was one of those things that, like, point blank, it was either the spread and deviation was, like, so wild that you just weren't hitting any shots, or it was a hit registry issue that was caused by getting out of the vehicle. I don't know which one it was. What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? What's up, Weez? How you doing, man? Hey, anytime, people. I need a video on how to get all the promotional content exclusive rewards. Are you talking, like the pre-launch stuff, or, like, newer things? Yeah, Carlitos, that's a, I don't know if it's a bug right now. I would imagine it's a bug because other people have it as well. But yeah, that's an issue I've seen people talk about. Yeah, I hope that we do get more continuations to the campaign. I kind of think they're going to lead it right into Battle Royale because the leaked ring is called NX, is like the compound NXC, which is what you're trying to do in the, which is what you're trying to stop in the campaign. So I believe they're maybe setting that up, but Falcon with a 64 months, 3.5 years. That's crazy, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you big time. Learning incendiary airburst gadget is bugged with the challenge. Oh, interesting. That's, yeah, direct impact is way tougher. That's unfortunate. Is the BR coming on the 28th, you think? Don't know. Nothing officially has been said. The rumors still indicate yes. But if they do, it's probably going to be a shadow drop because we haven't heard anything just yet about it. But did I say what? What about a Cronus? I play on mouse and keys, brother. What? New promotional things like cosmetics and different class skins. Oh, yeah, yeah. We can probably do something on that. Yeah, yeah. Will Little be added to the game? That's one of the things that was mentioned, yes. That they are going to add in the future. We just don't have any timeline for that. My guess is that kind of stuff, like that and the naval combat, I'm thinking is season 2 probably at the earliest. But I mean that's all guessing. Oh, it wasn't 2. My bad. Crazy with no hands. Yo, dude, I'm doing it with my mind. Co-op in PvPvE mode. That'd be kind of cool. I kind of thought that for a while with the like rise and extractions, that the rumored gauntlet mode coming with the battle royale, like the free-to-play like other element of it, I kind of thought it was going to be an extraction shooter, which I think, dude, I think an extraction shooter with this responsive gameplay would have been so sick. But at the same time, like, I'm obviously not being like, we need an extraction. Like, I get not every game needs it. Honestly, the core Battlefield audience isn't really even excited for a battle royale. So, like, adding another thing on top of that would be quite the interesting endeavor. Oh, dude, yeah, there's so much cool stuff within Portal. So much cool stuff within Portal you can do. I would love to get into it as well. I think I'm going to have to do that, like, once things die down after, like, November and December. Dude, and that's the thing is, like, I know that, like, the core Battlefield audience, like, the veterans, aren't necessarily too fond of it. But, like, even from, like, when Battle Royale was starting to pick back up, you have big maps, you have crazy action, large player counts. That's the formula for Battle Royale. That's the formula also for Battlefield. So, like, to me, that Venn diagram is a circle. I've said this for years. I think that Firestorm was an awesome addition. It was just a product of wrong place, wrong time. Like, it was not the best game for that to be launched in. It was locked behind a premium $60, $70 price tag. So, like, you had a dwindling player count for that game, plus also a pay model for it. So, like, it just doesn't introduce as much potential to its growth and success as possible. So, like, now seeing this in a game that people are stoked about, dude, hell yeah. You think the VR thing will ever die? I think eventually, like, a long time from now, there's going to be a lack of focus on it. But it's become such a mainstay in terms of the gameplay formula and introducing gameplay experiences that it's got a long way to go before that, I think. How many new maps are there? 2 at the moment. There's also going to be a snow-covered Empire State in December, but we didn't get to play that. Yeah, I think so as well, Crazy. What's up, Flo? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. When's the VR releasing? Right now, we don't have any information officially speaking. Rumors point towards it being something that is on the 28th as well, but nothing has been officially stated, confirmed, nothing like that. It's just speculation at the moment. Though personally, I'm ready for whatever happens. Also, Falcon, I just realized You also had the like resub notification like 5 days ago or something like that. So like that had to have just transitioned over into the 64 months. That's crazy. Appreciate you, brother. Looks amazing. Hey, glad to hear that. I am just sad because my gameplay corrupted, so you're gonna see a lot of like stuttering and like that. But graphically, yes, 100%. It looks beautiful. What do you think of the boom in extraction shooters in recent times? I think that honestly, like it's the next battle royale. I think in regards to you're gonna see it everywhere for years to come. I think that right now. I think that Arc Raiders, obviously Tarkov and Tarkov 1.0 coming is going to be like the premier thing, and that's like what a lot of purists will end up always pointing towards, because like that's the thing that's like that started the boom. Like that's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds before even PUBG. Like that was a thing that kind of like, yes, it turned into, I know I'm just talking semantics. Like that's the catalyst for the boom. So like that's always obviously going to be there, but I think Arc Raiders does a great job expanding on that formula of a base, but also makes it approachable. Because like Tarkov is so hardcore, so diehard. It is a very niche and like super go hard at it community that like it's overwhelming for a brand new player. Arc Raiders, I think, is primed for a position to be that game that's approachable. It's what I think DMZ could have been had they ended up... Because let's be honest with you, dude. Like, Call of Duty's the McDonald's of first-person shooters. Whether that's good or bad, that's subjective. But being able to make an extraction shooter like DMZ approachable was great, and then they stopped supporting it. Arc Raiders, I think, is that next approachable step where it coaches you along the way in learning. It's easy to approach. And it's also something that offers even more than just get in, loot out, extract. Marathon, I think, had they done it well, also could have been in that position. But again, we've talked about that so many times where they botched everything that they had at the points, and it's going to be interesting to see how they attempt to turn it around, if they can at all. But I think extraction shooters are going to just simply only continue to boom, whether people like that or not, whether it's overdone or not. That's entirely subjective. But we'll see. What's up, Will? How you doing, man? Are you using a gun you didn't like at all yet, and vice versa? One you just love? Honestly, a lot of Battlefield guns I think are very, like, even. Like, I don't think there's really one that stands out that I'm like, I hate that. Some of the pistols, I like, obviously just because they're sidearms and they're weaker. Doing any challenges for those are kind of annoying. Standout guns, though, the M417 is still my favorite gun from the beta, I think, and then onwards. I did like the new carbine, though, here, the 300 Blackout one. A lot of fun with that. Season 1 comes out next week. Sunset, it looks incredible. Dude, it looks so cinematic with the sunset, 100%. What are your thoughts on Blackout returning for Black Ops 7? I'm very intrigued to see how they handle that, because it's going to just be a mode. But, like, I don't know how you make it Blackout without changing some of the core fundamentals. Not even just like the gameplay experience of like lootable perks, attachments, stuff like that. No loadouts. But like the gameplay feel of Blackout was so much different. So like unless they utilize some of the tech that they had for Skirmish, the 20v20 mode, because when we played that, if they did have the wingsuit, you're going to have it again in the campaign. Unless they introduce that kind of stuff, you're also like, it's still Warzone just with like different parameters for looting and stuff. That camo is a weapon package. One of the blueprints of the gun. I modified the scope on it because I didn't like the default that it came with. That was the six times I put on it. But yeah, for the Blackout mode, I'm just really intrigued on what they do. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't prioritize it as well over the traditional MP experience. But right now, it seems like with all their focus on MP, I'm hoping that that's a good sign. But yeah, IRR is also really good. That's why I love the M417. It's powerful, but it only has like, I think 20 rounds at base. I swear to God they changed this since the beta, but I haven't checked. But like the max magazine capacity you can have on that is, I think, 25, 26 if you have one chambered already. But I swear that was lower, where it was 30 in the beta. I could be wrong. No, I don't think that I'm worried about BR losing too much momentum if it does, or Battlefield 6 losing too much momentum if it doesn't launch this season. Initially, I kind of thought that we'd see it launch later on into the year, or rather into next year, because of how much we end up, like, because of trying to fill those gaps in the calendar year, rather. Like, I feel like they're kind of top-loading potentially season 1 with a BR, and then this other experience as well, only being 3 weeks after the launch of the game. But I don't think that it will necessarily lose too much steam. I think, if anything, if it'll revitalize if it doesn't, but I also don't know, because, I mean, it's very possible it launches with season 1. Oh, I think a PvPvE would be awesome as well. Probably California. A lot of that stuff, we mentioned it earlier in the stream, is a lot of that stuff is so deeply ingrained with every portion of the game that you interact with, that by changing it, you could just like upset the whole house of cards and it all collapses. So having, like, met with game developers, talked to game developers a lot in the past, it is one of those things that's probably surprised me the most, to learn, like, just how impossible of changing those types of things are after the fact. Any concern with bots populating game modes? In traditional matchmaking, haven't really experienced that too much. But that's also something that's going to depend on region of the world, time that you're matchmaking, and mode you could be playing in regards to more popular than not modes. But right now, I haven't personally seen that all that much, so I'm not too worried just yet. But I do think that, yeah, it could be a concern depending on any number of those variables.
You had my back.
It's never too late to overhaul, yes, but it is a huge pain in the ass. I think it depends, California. I think it really depends on what we have next with Modern Warfare 4. Because, like, it seems like with recent reporting and recent details that have come to light with other past developers speaking out, that Infinity Ward is the one that pushes for it. So it's very possible this could be a one and done thing with it this year. I don't know if I'm really allowed to say, but I've learned some things recently that it is truly as easy as they can just make the change. So, like, it's not just, like, that's not speculation. Like, it's, there are things that are way easier than people think. Some things in development, yes, it is tough to do for sure. Others, not so much. Listen, I definitely think that regardless of what you think for a Battlefield, I think that it is absolutely incredible that we have competition, because it is forcing the hand of things like Call of Duty. That is never going to be something that I'm disappointed about. Yo, LXV with the 50. Thank you, brother. Battlefield is back. Absolutely. Hey, dude, this is a lot of these maps are a lot of fun. I think people are gonna enjoy it. I think people are really gonna have a good time. Thank you so much for the dono, brother. I appreciate you. Far too kind. Excited to see stats and profile page get an update. Yeah, 100%. I'm hoping that they also add like actual like ranking and like menus for not only your overall profile but also your weaponry, because like the only way you can check to see what you get next in your weapon ranking is like going into your attachments for your guns and searching for like, oh, I get that at level whatever. Like, I'd love to see that clearly laid out in a progression style menu, and then also I'd love to see that laid out for your overall career rank as well. Like, I think that'd be awesome to see like what you get from 1 to 50, and then any additional rewards 50 to, I think it's like 5,000 is the max rank in Battlefield 6. But first time seeing your stream, never would have guessed you look like this. Hopefully in a good way, Kenny. Appreciate you stopping by. 90 hours in and still binge your videos. Yo, appreciate that, brother. Far too kind. Thank you for the support. Absolute legends. Do you have any leaks or what do you hope for? Leaks, the only thing I can think of in regards to like still what's upcoming here for this is that it's been leaked the Battle Royale is coming for season 1, but we don't know that officially speaking. So leaks could be right, could be wrong. We don't know. See, listen, I know this is probably a hot take among covering Battlefield recently. I inherently do not mind Black Ops 6. I got burnt out by a semi-lackluster in terms of content seasonal post-launch. Again, not the worst by any means. Statistically, like, it is not arguable that it is not the worst we've had. It did do better than other games. Vanguard in particular is the worst we've ever had. Quantity-wise, yeah, like it's middle of the road. Some areas was better than others. It was a burnout for me. And the big thing that also turned me off, personally speaking, is, and I know it's not for anybody else. Like, other people may not care. Really cool, whatever. But for me, I wasn't a fan of just absolutely zero visual and aesthetic cohesion. Like, you can have Milsim-esque things. You can have these crazy, like, Aquaman-style character models. You can have the Fortnite-style Beavis and Butthead stuff. But when you put that all together, it's just... It's a soup that doesn't make sense. You're putting meatballs in chicken noodle soup, kind of. So, like, for me, like, that was the thing. I'm just like, this doesn't make sense anymore. I don't really care too much. Fundamentally, like, the gameplay core, don't mind. Omni movement doesn't bother me. The wall running with Black Ops 7, that wall bounce, not for me, but I don't care. So, like, fundamentally, like, I don't hate Black Ops 6. I didn't care, you know? Oh, yeah, also the matchmaking, too. I mean, 5 years of skill-based matchmaking was just, I mean, playing solo, it becomes brutal. But, what's up, Alex? How you doing, man? Ricardo, Battlefield Pro will be the Battlefield, the Battle Pass for it. That's like their kind of like a black sale type of thing, where it's your premium and you get some extra bonus stuff with it. But yeah, there was definitely way too many small maps. 100%. 100% also agree with that. Dude, Modern Warfare 3, Jared, was so good with post-launch content. And from what we've talked about with developers like behind closed doors and what they've announced as well, Black Ops 7 is poised to do the same thing in regards to that kind of post-launch support, which is awesome. It's just a matter of action versus talk. So they just got to actually do it, you know? Yeah, so Mystery, I believe this was the latest updated build. In which case, like, things like the bloom and spread issue, I noticed were better. There was a bug that we talked about where, like, I noticed that getting out of vehicles, it kind of... I had an issue where it either got rid of hit reg entirely or made the spread and bloom cone so big that it was just inconsequential that you would not hit a single shot. But that was a very rare bug that I was able to replicate, but, like, it's probably something they're aware of and maybe even has a fix already. But yeah, this should be the most updated build. God, say we're not doing crazy skins. Hey, listen, I'll give them props that they've cut back on some of the stuff already advertised, which is nice. What's up, Natalia? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. GG's. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, and I get that as well, LXV. That was something that, like, I mean, diehard Battlefield fans from back in the day were like, why don't we just have this? And I 100% get it, like 100%. I do think that, like, their intention with Portal was genuine. I just think that, I don't know, I just feel like now looking back at it, it could have been just a regular server browser, you know? Well, Alpha, the thing that I will always say is that it was not like the best launch. Like, it was another game. It was a glorified DLC, if you want to put it that way. Like, I get it. It's all remastered maps, new weapons and everything, and like 2 ground war maps that were new. But like the post-launch was truly the best Call of Duty I've ever seen. Oh, dude, golf carts are so fun in this game, 100%. I love them. Yeah, no, I get that as well, Falcon. Yeah, the dirt splatter is awesome. I legitimately, I cut it just because I'm like, I love golf too much. I can't have the disrespect like this. I eventually at one point did some donuts on the green, and I'm like, I'm ruining a golf course. This goes against everything as a golfer in me. But like when you were doing the donuts, the dirt would spit up on the cart and stay there. It was really cool. Awesome attention to detail in that sense. Yeah, it's true, California. I'm partially convinced, though, that 7 was the initial plan and 6 kind of, like, filled out. Because, like, with the evolution of stuff and seemingly how they're taking a lot of the feedback into account, I think that 7 almost was the plan first, but Black Ops seems more arcadey. Modern Warfare seems like it should be more realistic. No, I get that entirely, yeah. And especially like with the Modern Warfare 2019 feeling to it, that felt more, this might sound blasphemous, I think that is closer to Battlefield 6 in feeling versus a lot of the stuff we've seen in recent years for COD compared to like a more realistic perspective, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean that comparing apples to oranges, but I'm saying, like, it's closer to that than the other ones. Flip the golf cart? Nice. Hope everyone was all right in it, because those get crazy when you flip them. Been having fun ripping them up, 100% here. Yo, LXB, thank you. Welcome to the fam, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining the members. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, dude? I've been for donuts on the green as an intro clip in the vid. That one will hurt me internally, but maybe. I was actually thinking about putting it in as the intro, like, to this gameplay here, like the first clip that we have on stream. But all my footage ended up, like, corrupting to a degree. That's why it's kind of, like, stuttery. But that one was a big offender. Like, it was glitchy, so I just didn't put it in as much. But it's in here that we pass it eventually, but... Oh, dude, this map, this is a fun map for vehicles. Hey, my man, best of luck getting that trophy. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. We'll see you on the battlefield. Thank you for stopping by. What's the best joke I know? I actually don't know too many, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm that funny. Unfortunately. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of tank stuff, it's toss-ups. Like, unless you have a flank on a tank and you can just absolutely nail their weak spot, which is behind them, you're not gonna have too much luck in regards to, it's just a back and forth of who's lower health entering it basically, or who gets first shot off, and that's assuming nobody comes in and ends up throwing C4 or a rocket at you as well to compound on top of it. But do you play Rush on any of these? No, we only had the availability for Conquest on these big maps, and then the new modes of Strike Points and crap, what was the other one? The 8v8 mode that's like the bomb sabotage. Yeah, the maps in Black Ops 6 were way too small, I think, as a... Here's a perfect example of the choppiness of my gameplay corrupting. They were definitely way too... they were definitely way too small for, like, the majority of maps. Also, one thing that I noticed as well is that this might have actually just been an older build now that I think about it, because they did have some of the fixes in place, but at the same time, that game went to time limit, which was only 30 minutes. Rather than the 45 increase that we saw as of the recent update. Getting the headshots without the SVK. Yo, dude, yeah, brutal. Brutal. Ugh. These are larger maps. Like, this, I think, is the larger map of the two, because you have jets as well as the helicopters, but Eastwood also has helicopters, where this map is a lot more open in between points, so it feels, I think, even bigger than it actually is. Eastwood, I think, is a... Take your largest map we have now and probably like 80% of that. 75% maybe. Where, like, it's big, but just not jet big. Well, they said that they updated that and they've gotten the compensation packages out, but I also don't know if everybody actually has yet. I think Alpha, I think if you do that, I think you can do it with, like, bind it to your trigger. But I could be wrong. You'd have to go in and try and map that yourself. I haven't played this much. I've played like 5 games maybe on controller, max. So I haven't really been playing around with too many custom binds. That'd be cool, Jill. That'd be cool. They really focused hardcore on this. Like there were infantry modes in, especially with server browsers, you could make custom games. You had infantry style, like infantry only mode selections people could host. But like they're doubling down on everything for infantry style here with this game. We don't have any information point towards it being something that is all the leaks point it towards being something that it's launching on the 28th, but again, nothing officially yet. Currently 4 a.m. Hey, dude, no, I feel ya. I feel ya. The last week or so, I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule a bit, but with the launch of Battlefield 6, plenty of 4 or 5 a.m. nights, which not the best when you get back up in the morning. The USA frags. You know, you know. Yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna do if they I mean, if they do launch Battlefield 6 as VR, if they're going to do any sort of promotion for it, or if they're going to shadow drop it. Be really curious what that amounts to. Way worse than BF6 than COD. No, I can understand that. If you're playing on controller, I feel like there's just no way to get controller as responsive and snappy, because there is I think a dead zone issue actually, which may restrict some of the responsiveness, but also I feel like Battlefield on controller has never been as good as COD with the responsive nature of it. I've always thought mouse and keys was the better way to play Battlefield, because it is just so fluid, so snappy on mouse and keys. But with Battlefield 6, yeah, dude, I 100% feel you on that for sure. Call that Oblivion Remastered. Still get about 6 hours of sleep. Nice. Dude, it's so hit or miss if I can function well on 6 hours. Some days I can function on like 4. Some days I can function on 6. Some days I need like 12, and I'm still tired. Best gun for BR? That's a tough one. I don't know. I need to finish ranking up some of my weapons that I think will do well. I'm debating on doing our sort of like annual rank up these guns for their effectiveness in Battle Royale. But because we don't know exactly when Battle Royale will be launching, I don't know when/if I should drop that type of video. But also, I still need to keep doing some work to unlock some other stuff that I don't. LMGs are probably going to be solid just for the ammo capacity. Depending on if you can maximize the bullet velocity and if you can end up leading your shots accurately, the DMRs might not be too bad, just because they're high power, controllable, and like favored for a distance. Close range, you're probably gonna want to take an SMG over a carbine or a rifle. But right now, yeah, it's still a little iffy, I think, in terms of figuring out which would be the best. Is the campaign for this as bad as everyone says? I don't think that it's inherently bad. I think it feels unfinished, which is like what people have reported for months. I think if there was another mission or two to tie up some loose ends, I think it would have been fine. But it kind of just like leaves off with like, you're like, oh, that's it. I also wasn't a huge fan of the way they told the story, because without any spoilers, the story's basically told through cutscenes, and then the missions you play are like, for example, in the cutscene, you're like, you set us up, it was an ambush. Next mission, it is the ambush. Like, you play the ambush getting to that point. So like everything you play is set in the past versus the story being told is in the present in cutscenes. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but that's just me personally. I think we need a more of an in-depth look at our friends' stats as a whole. Yeah, I definitely think a leaderboard could definitely be nice in there for sure. A day before the 28th. That'd be interesting, you know. Yeah, this one is great for vehicles, and infantry can get a little tough, but it's definitely doable. Lag is wild. That's just, yeah, my gameplay corrupted whenever I recorded, unfortunately. Apologies for that, Wolverine. But I'd rather show you some glimpses of the gameplay where it does work and deal with a little bit of stuttering here and there versus not doing it at all. What's up, Caleb? How you doing, man? Yeah, I honestly have no idea, Emil. It could be the DMRs, could not be, but we'll see. Have you personally playtested the VR? I have not, no. So it gets into, from a content perspective, it gets into some like gray territory on if I played in labs versus reported on stuff that happened in labs. Because like technically, yeah, you're sourcing it from somebody else, but like just having that plausible deniability of not playing in the VR, it's like, listen, I didn't play, so like I don't know if this is true for sure. Meanwhile, like all the footage and stuff is leaked, so like you can see it, but like it's not coming from me in any capacity. And I did that for the majority of labs, actually. Like full transparency, when I met with some developers back in April, they did like their kind of like introductory tour type of stuff where they talk with creators, this was a global thing, like it happened all around the world. I was in a group that met with people back in April. And from then I had access to labs. I didn't play in labs like at all. Like I don't think I did play in labs at all until I started getting like the early sessions where we could like actually record campaign and some multiplayer stuff. I didn't have the labs client installed. So for me, yeah, I haven't played the VR. Doing all this, dude, working? Yo, felt. What's up, Cosmo? How you doing, man? Welcome. Lighting on this is beautiful, 100%. It does provide or present some hurdles in terms of some of the lighting for some of the visibility, but other than that, dude, yeah, beautiful. No, it's just shadow play. It's not the gameplay itself. My gameplay experience was smooth as butter. It's just shadow play was being a little bitch for me last night, and I didn't notice until this morning, unfortunately. Because like any gameplay you see on the channel and everything, recorded the exact same way, shadow play. I just don't know why I decided, hey, we're not gonna work tonight. And sure enough, you know, could have used that footage. Let's see larger maps, 100%, dude. Absolutely agree. Yeah, I think it looks phenomenal. That's just a testament to the Frostbite engine. Audio-wise, phenomenal. I think that I still might take Arc Raider's audio just slightly over this. Just slightly. What's up, Pagano? How you doing, man? See any of the season 1 cosmetics? Yeah, I did. I'll check to see if the footage that I have for that also corrupted. Nothing is too crazy. Like nothing is like worrisome in regards to, oh, they're going down that route so fast. Everything was basically pretty tame. Does Sniper have a sweet spot? Yeah. Yeah, that's across the entire Sniper classification. Is there enough cover on these big maps? Blackwell Fields, you're gonna see has like, if we get back to it while you're still here, it has a lot of open area, but it's doable. This absolutely does have a lot more cover. Do you have access to new weapons? Yeah, this and the sniper I use are the two new primary weapons. There's the pistol I pull out every so often, but I don't really use sidearms all that much, so it's not something that I was like actively going for footage of that, but I think this new carbine though is gonna be my new favorite gun. It is so fun. It's a slightly slower fire rate by comparison, but it packs a punch, man. And because it's a slower fire rate, it's a bit more controllable.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
I tend to disagree with that, California, in the sense of who's buying it. I think the casuals will buy it. I think a lot of the more hardcore players are not going to buy it as much. But I think the casuals, it's still, like I said early in the stream, Call of Duty is McDonald's of the FPS world, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but like it's the most easily consumed, most readily available, and most recognized. So I think just by that alone, you're gonna see sales still not good for Call of Duty by any means, still like millions of copies for sure. I think that's just an inevitability of Call of Duty. Dude, yeah, Jonas, this map is so good. It's beautiful. Hope they give us another scar. Cannot wait to use. Yeah, dude, the scars, I would say the scars are fun to use in this game. UMP I actually haven't used a whole ton of. I used it a lot in the beta. And in some like pre-recording sessions, but like not since the game launched, which is kind of funny. Is there a round of weapon balancing with season 1? I didn't play around too many other weapons to know. I was just focused on getting some footage of the new maps. But quite possible, yes.
We are moving on objective Echo.
Committed to curing your COD brain. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, visually though, this map is so nice. I've been having a blast with this map.
Hostile forces in main sector. Alright, we've taken back objective control.
I don't mind playing Battlefield solo as much. But COD solo for me, outside of the new adjustments with the open matchmaking and stuff with the beta, which I did enjoy, solo has been a nightmare for higher skilled players since 2019, just because like even if you get a decent lobby with the weapon or the lobby balancing, it's gonna basically be a 1v6. Is there any color filters on the footage? Slight saturation adjustments, but like very slight. Any breakthrough gameplay? No, we only played Conquest on this, and then the smaller modes of Strike Point and I forget what the 8v8 map is. Dog, I hate watching this and seeing the stutters. I apologize, guys. I really do. Any Halloween themed stuff? We didn't have access to that kind of stuff if there is, but... Yeah, I personally don't care as either, Wolverine. They do have some cool cosmetics, but like... a little bit, they're on the realistic side still. BR when? Right now it's rumored the 28th, but we don't know that for sure. Yeah, I don't care for the unicorn finishers and stuff, but like a little bit more vibrant camos and stuff, I don't care about that too much, but I'm just happy to play with whatever we got. The gameplay, the thing is, the game's good. The gameplay feels good. It's fun. So like, that's the thing I care about. Cosmetics, secondary. Thoughts on Strike Point? I didn't really like it, but that's just me personally. It's Hardpoint mixed with Search and Destroy. The one life aspect of that, with revives available for search, but you have to capture an objective. Yeah, I get that, LT. I get that. I don't know if I've noticed that imperfect. But yeah, hopefully, if it's an issue, I'm hoping that it's something that it is fixed out. I'm gonna be right back.
We now hold more objectives. Keep pushing.
Let's move!
Be advised, hostiles attacking Bravo.
All right, sorry, it was just far too hot. I needed a different shirt. Yeah, it doesn't look like it because of the stuttering gameplay. I didn't notice much of the CPU usage stuff, but yeah, I'm not surprised that it gets hogged by this game. A lot of games in today's era, unfortunately, hog CPU usage, which is strange to me that they don't prioritize things like GPUs sometimes, but I'm actually so mad that Shadowplay botched half my recordings, dude. So mad. At least 633k subs. Yo, I appreciate it, yo. It's a grind. It's a grind. It's all good though. I'm thankful for everybody that's ever tuned into the content. The million sub grind is something that we push towards every day, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. I'm just happy that listen, dude, I fully recognize that, like, I am so tremendously lucky to be able to do what I do and to have the audience that I do that's as cool as you guys, and I appreciate you guys showing love on anything we put up. Like, it is for real, truly appreciated. Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, basically. Happy to be in the conversation, happy to have made some awesome friends through content and everything, and been able to talk with you guys about games for as long as I have. Shadowplay's a demon because, like, it is my savior so many times, and then, like, just randomly like this, it'll just be like, nah, sorry. How long did it, you get to test out the new maps? Our capture session was about 3 hours. I think I played for about, like, 2.5. Just because I wasn't really too interested in the smaller modes, and when I tried them out, I really didn't care all that much for them. But this vid made me pre-order Battlefield 6. Yo, nice. Although pre-ordering, we might be on Battlefield 7 with the pre-orders. Best intro, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, dude, I'm happy that we're doing Battlefield. Happy we're doing a lot of other stuff. That's honestly, like, and I know that it's not necessarily for everybody in regards to, like, the content differentiation. Like, for people that sub for COD, people that sub for Battlefield, I know that you might not care for Arc Raiders or, like, some other FPS games, but, like, for me, the last 2 years or so, my big thing is that having had done Call of Duty for 12 years almost exclusively, here and there I do some other stuff, but almost exclusively for 12 years, I was like, dude, I don't want to be tied to just one thing. I just want to talk about video games that I enjoy. And so I think this last 2 years or so, 2.5, 3 years, Modern Warfare 2 2022 is the one that really did it for me, where I was like, all right, I'm switching, because I just did not enjoy my time in that game. I am very happy that we've done that, because it's just been so creatively liberating. It's been, I think that you probably can see that I'm happier covering the games that I am, because I'm only giving attention to the games that I'm having fun with. So hopefully that's cool with a lot of people, the again, differentiation and deviation from one or the other, but, like, hope people enjoy it, because I'm having a good time. What did you do before gaming as a career? So I got stupid lucky. Like, stupid lucky. I was going to school in college. I was going to get my marketing degree. And I got enough steam that my final year of college, I was actually able to pay off my semester. And one of the things I'm most thankful for and fortunate to be able to say that I did is that I graduated with no student debt, because I have friends that are still paying stuff off 8-10 years later. it is a terrible but necessary loop, unfortunately, for a lot of people to be stuck in, and I'm just super thankful that I was able to bypass that. But I got stupid lucky because I got that wave of, oh shit, this could be something, as I was getting out of school. So I was, during school, I worked at like ski resort, I worked at Burger King. That's a story that, for anybody on Twitch that has been around long, like I have quite a few stories from Burger King that are hilarious and just like, what the hell, man? But like, no, I got fully recognized. I got stupid lucky that I went from dumb kid in school to dumb kid with a microphone on the internet. We'll never not be thankful for that. Like that is, I fully recognize how insane that is. But. Hey, Cheese, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. Much love. Do you think the CPU usage could be affecting your footage at some point? It shouldn't be, because I've never had this issue before, and especially even with Battlefield, but I think it's possible. That challenge, yeah, I don't know if it's bugged, but it's a huge pain in the ass, dude. Burger King mentioned tell the fryer story. I thought you were going to say the cheese story. which is pretty funny, AJ. What do you think of COD nostalgia? What years do you think were peak as gaming? For me, it was Black Ops 2. That's my all-time favorite. I had the most fun on that game. I was still in high school at the time. Yeah, it was my senior year of high school, I believe. So like at that point, it was literally like I got to see my friends every day. We got to go home and play games. We had to go to school the next day, talk about games, and just be idiots as teenagers are. For me, that's my prime. That's my COD nostalgic perfect period. But I don't know. I think it is generational almost. Like you see so many people talking about Modern Warfare 2019 nowadays being like the last good COD game, and I remember that was always Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare 3 is when people said that before that game. So like it's definitely a generational thing. I personally don't think Modern Warfare 2019 was the best game. I think that it had its very, very high highs and very low lows. I think it was great for the franchise, but I also think it did some irreparable damage. So like it's a weird mixed bag on that one, and I think people have a lot of selective memory on that too, as I probably do with Black Ops 2. But like from a creator perspective, from a general, like following the general interest of the gaming scene at large, before Warzone, that game was trailing off in December. People don't often remember that, but like it was after season 1, people were already like, all right, what's next? The cheese story too? Yeah, the cheese story was the crazy one. My new, actually, funny enough, my new rebrand I'm working on has a cheese Easter egg in it. MW2 is my peak? Oh, dude. I mean, I genuinely don't think if you were there for long enough, I don't think that you could go wrong from Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops 2. Those 4 games, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, cinema. Oh, dude, midnight releases were so fun. I wish more places did that now. Obviously, it's nice that you can, like, just preload it and download it and everything and jump in as soon as it releases, but, like, dude, there was something special about midnight releases, you know? Yep, that's, I can see that, Woofles. Black Ops 2 of the Ghost movement. I don't know. I have a special place in my heart for ghosts, and it's like the pits of hell place of ghosts, or of my heart. I wasn't the biggest fan of ghosts. Oh, dude, the jets they sound incredible. Oh, 100% Leprechaun, 100%. Dude, the highs were so good. I no-life the hell out of rank playing that too. There was a point where me and my squad were League Play Masters Rank 1. So, like, yeah, they broke it into, I think, 26 different divisions, but, like, because they had each Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, like those types of like phonetic alphabet designations. But like we were one of the top 26 teams at one point in the world, which is crazy. That again, that was like the peak of my gaming ability, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know. Only Ghost because of comp. I hate Ghost because of the TTK and comp. The fact that I put so much time into game battles in competitive play in Ghosts and had to deal with that TTK in that was nuts. Because like at that point you were still on peer-to-peer servers. That was the first game to introduce hybrid systems, but like it wasn't commonplace still. But standing in this line, 100%, brother, 100%. Season 1 starts on the 28th. Should be 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. in the UK, I believe. Next week on the 28th. Yeah, I definitely agree, Davos. I'm just biased because I had so many memories of like, damn it, that could have been such a great play, and then I just died because of the TTK, or I died around a wall. BF6 or BO7? Honestly, listen, I don't know. There's so many games that I'm gonna be playing this fall. Battlefield 6, depending, especially if there's a BR, that adds a whole other element to it that launches with Season 1, if it does. Again, you guys know as much as me. I have no idea right now. It's speculated to be the 28th. Call of Duty, just because like I said, it's the McDonald's of the FPS space, but I love me a good Big Mac. I'm gonna be doing the camo grind and stuff for that. Probably not gonna touch the Warzone integration at all whenever that happens. I haven't touched Warzone since Verdansk came back. I just don't care about Warzone. But Arc Raiders is also in there too, so like I got 3 with the BR, potentially 4 like games that I have to try and balance. So I don't know, it's probably gonna depend on the day, to be honest with you. For the launch of Black Ops 7, obviously we're gonna be playing a lot of that just to get some content out and everything, but like this year is gonna be the most diverse, I think, Q4 I've ever had in terms of my playtime. Yeah, Pick 10 was interesting. I didn't mind it. I loved it just because like BO2 fanboy, but like I get it. Dude, the new carbine feels so good, man. 100%. Yeah, we get so many good games to play. I still haven't played Ghost of Yodi. That's on my backlog. I don't know when I'm gonna get to that. I really was hoping, because I was in the works to get that a little early, and I wanted to get some second channel content up for that, but then it just never happened. But that was like because of how busy my Q4 is with games. That's like the only time that I'd have the ability to play it for a while. I also wasn't a lot of the field objectives, or whatever they call them, I wasn't a huge fan of in Ghosts. Tarkov 1.0, no. I don't have time for that. Adding a whole nother game launch in on the immediate schedule I have is just, that is like asking me to die of sleep deprivation. No, right now there's no footage of the BR. We didn't have any access to that, unfortunately. LT. Yeah, I would say if you played a certain way, Ghost definitely would have been worth your time more than not, but excuse me. Yeah, I wish we had some footage of VR, but we unfortunately did not play that. Oh, dude, the honey badger is so good. Dude, I actually miss that gun so much. More making fun of Tarkov because it's just Tarkov. Yeah, honestly, yeah. And like, just because I don't follow Tarkov religiously, AJ, how much is like truly different from what's already established to the 1.0? Oh yeah, Peacekeeper Black Ops 2, baby. The OG DLC weapon. Yeah, I didn't like it being behind a paywall in BO3. BO4 was behind supply drops as well. And I'm still jaded by the way that they handle that kind of stuff in Black Ops 4. COD Field 6. I mean, sure. I think this is more for the conquest and stuff. I think it's quintessential Battlefield, but to each their own. Changed so much since I started playing. They keep changing up. Yeah, I just don't keep up with Tarkov, so I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you what's what. Oh, dude, BO3 was phenomenal. Love that game. Well, I think it really worked for them, AJ, the large-scale modes in Modern Warfare 2019, because, like, that was coming off of the heels of 5, which wasn't very well received. It was shortly after was 2042, so, like, you had a generation almost of Battlefield players that, like, wanted large-scale combat, but nowhere to really exercise that interest. I am not sure what that is, Lawrence. Unless I'm missing something.
Fucking hit!
So, great question, Jonas. Will I cover GTA 6? That is one of those things that, like, I'm going to, but I don't know what the content picture of that looks like just yet. Because, like, GTA 5 was a generational game and a life-changing game for creators. So, like, as somebody that does content for a living, it makes no sense to willfully skip out on that, but I just don't know what that picture will look like, if that makes sense. Twitch is bored. Yo, felt. Early gameplay is entirely different than people managing live services, like the operations and fixes. This is an entirely different team, independent of map designs have been in the works for months. I love the golf carts. I think those are so fun. Trying to find your avenue, essentially. Maybe tips and get. Yeah, probably could. Yeah, I don't know how I want to take it. It's one of those things that is going to be kind of tough to navigate, but no, it's the recording, AJ. It's shadow play rarely fails me. But yesterday it failed every single one of my gameplays, and it really annoys me. Really annoys me. So, my apologies to stream that it is problematic in regards to the skipping and the stuttering of it. Sometimes some audio desync like that. I didn't shoot, but the audio was there. That's, unfortunately, yeah, just shadow play being a little bitch. New Medal of Honor game would be fun, for sure. Dude, I'd love to hit a milli. I would love to. There's a new fix for the 8.6 Blackout, or 300. Wait. Are you talking the rounds that it... Are you talking the rounds that the new carbine has, or... Oh, the new sniper. Actually, this is some footage here of it. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Shadowplay is so good when it works, but then when it doesn't, it just messes up everything. Sorry to hear that, Death. Sorry to hear you feel that way. See people put it up by. Oh, dude! I mean, it is a fun sniper to use. It is a very fun sniper to use. It is, I think, the best sniper we have after season 1. Like, once it comes into the equation, I think it's gonna be the best sniper because it's got the fastest rechamber. It's got seemingly no bullet drop off out until like 250 meters, perhaps. Because like I was hitting some longer range shots that it was just, I'm on the head, not compensating for bullet drop. Totally fine. Love the video. Thank you, Will. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, OBS is just, for Premiere, Shadowplay, the encoding is just so much better in terms of, like, Premiere likes it so much more, I find. OBS, it takes a lot more time to encode and get it, like, the audio peaks generated. But, yeah, then you have issues like this every so often. What's the new sniper called? It is the Mini Scout, I believe? Oh, IRL you consider. Yeah, I'm not sure which videos you're pointing to, but I bet it would be so fun, dude. I bet it'd be really cool to see that in action. Any BR news? Not at the moment, no.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure which of those versions it would be.
More objectives. Keep pushing.
Nightbot might stop the link, Andrew, but
We need you supporting the attack.
just as a heads up, feel free to. Or deaf, people just have different opinions and can like games they enjoy. It ain't that fucking tough. It's not brain science. Brain surgery, rocket science. I can't talk, dude. It's been a long day.
Let's move.
Be advised, hostiles attacking Bravo.
God, that stuttering pisses me off watching it back every time. Damn Shadowplay. Damn you. Why you not playing leveling up Battlefield? Wait, like right now? Because we chatting about season 1, baby.
Hostile forces are still ahead in the fight. Let's regroup.
Death, that's what you're doing, dude. You're trying to just shit on what people enjoy. Who the fuck cares?
Be advised, 60 seconds on the
It is quite clear you don't enjoy the game, so I'm not sure why you're here in a stream about the game. That just seems like a waste of time to me. You hear the rechamber and then downrange when yeah, dude, it's powerful. Packs a punch.
enemy attack confirmed at Charlie.
Oh my god, that stuttering on that shadow play.
Hostiles are assaulting
You
Charlie.
suck. Yeah, Nightbot loves links, dude. Do a flip? I could not do a flip, man. I am not that coordinated. I also don't have enough room in my office here. I'd kick something and hurt myself. Flip your hat, call it a flip. Nah. You don't want to see the bad hair day under this thing. You get a trick shots on that golf cart? You probably could. Probably could.
Neutralize Delta.
Yeah, and if they're going for realistic approaches to it, there was not a lot of drop in the sniper. I'm not mad, brother. I don't understand why you're fighting with people about them enjoying the gameplay if you don't. It just seems like a waste of time.
We are moving on objective Charlie.
I said, literally, I started this conversation off by saying, dude, to each their own, all good. But I just don't understand why if you don't like it, why you're just consistently trying to bait people into being mad about it. Like, or why you're consistently trying to make statements about it if you don't like it. Like, it's just a waste of time. I do not care if you enjoy it or not. Like, dude, you do you. More power to you. It just doesn't make sense to me to subject yourself to something you don't like. That's it. It's that simple. Yeah, dude, cinematically, that sunset is gorgeous. I didn't get as much footage as I wanted to with no HUD, but like, dude, it's beautiful with no HUD. Defend the house videos with them doing golf. Dude, honestly, like, there could be some hilarious game modes made with the golf carts. So now you have a complaint against me of something that I didn't say? That doesn't make sense, Dad. Like, what? Dude, me and Cade were ripping it up in this helicopter. This was so cinematic where the jet just came out of nowhere and just blew him out of the sky. I love that sequence. Battle Car 8 Deluxe Edition, right? I'm gonna play around in the portal and see if it's actually... I think it is from what I've seen. But I think it's more of like a front end editor to it. I don't know if it's the full suite of Godot or not, but yes, this is a new map, motionless. Yep. Thoughts on a resurgence style VR mode for this game? I wouldn't be surprised if it happens eventually, but I don't think that's in the plans right now. I don't think that we've had any leaks that really indicate otherwise, but I could be wrong. I don't necessarily care too much for VR these days anyway, so like I'm not actively going out of my way seeking more information on it outside of like just a sort of like surface level scan to see if we can mention it in content to keep people updated. Yeah, and that's what I think it was. It was just not the full suite. It was like the front end editor of it. Def, I'm not saying you can't not like it. It's just I don't understand subjecting yourself to something you don't and then trying to pick fights with people in chat. It makes sense. You cannot like the game. It's fine. I don't care. It does not affect me. This is just a weird crusade to go on, man. Ooh, Caspian Border or Metro? Listen, I played so much Metro back in the day that I feel like I'm inclined to say Metro, but gonna stop playing BF6 and BF7 drops. No, not like entirely. Like I'm going to, because I have to make content on it. I'm gonna be playing a lot of that as well, but it's gonna be an interesting balance to see, because I'm gonna want to play everything. I want to play Battlefield 6. The BR will be new, even though I'm not necessarily like, I'm not a huge BR person anymore. I'm gonna be playing it because my friends are. Arc Raiders and then Black Ops 7, all of those being out and still like brand new, where I'll still be making content on them. I don't know how there's gonna be enough time in the day, dude. I don't. Appreciate it, Motionless. Yeah, for the most part, yeah, the hit reg did feel pretty good. I think that they fixed the underlying, in this build, underlying bloom and spread issue that was in regular gunfights. I did notice that there was a bug, though, that when I got out of vehicles and used an automatic weapon, I don't know if it was a hit reg thing or if it was like a spread and bloom bug where like it just made the cone of spread so much more massive. But like I would get out and be point blank and not hit like a single shot on somebody. So like it was for sure an actual bug. I know my aim can be terrible at times, but like I'm on top of someone, like barrel touching them, no registry. So that was something that I noticed like 2 or 3 times. But other than that, it felt like for the most part the initial bloom and spread was everything that was seemed ironed out, which is nice. Yeah, I mean honestly, if they brought back Caspian Border or Metro, I wouldn't be upset with either. But all right, man. If I missed the context, I apologize. But at the same time, there's also like 10-to-1 messages from you to him that, yeah, maybe I missed. Apologies again. But it's all good, brother. We're just here to talk about video games and shit. Like, it's all good. How do you feel about the shotguns being able to one-shot so easily? I kind of thought that they would tone those down a little more after the beta. They're definitely way more relevant in some closer quarters maps, and I've had my rage moments of like, are you kidding me again, this guy? But you know, it's to be expected. You have those things with snipers, you have those things with SMGs where you're gonna have these situations where they dominate at points, but I didn't get a chance to play Arc Raider Server Slam. It was actually pretty challenging in the solo perspective because the Arc were absolutely ramped up. Like the AI enemies, they were ramped up compared to the tech test that we had back in April or May, whenever it was. So solo, you're gonna have to play a lot more stealthy, I believe, and a lot more evasive. But it's definitely doable, and I think it's definitely gonna be fun still. Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited for that game, man. Responsible YouTuber. Hey, man. Thanks, Death. I totally didn't grow 633,000 subscribers and, you know, not know how to talk to the chat or comments. My bad. I missed one. Sorry. Fuck me, right, guys? Oh my god. It is not that deep, brother. Canals and shotguns. Ooh. Hit reg is trying. Yeah, it's. I mean, hit reg when it's in a closed environment, always easier to diagnose things. Once you actually get into an actual online environment, though, that's where like there's so many different variables that it becomes a huge problem that anything can pop up. But so I think after this stream we'll end up going and working on a video. I don't quite know when that'll be up. I might just end up putting our video up at our normal time of like 7 to 8 o'clock-ish. But want to at least give an early preview here because I didn't have any content ready for this in terms of like having a video for embargo. But figure trying to stream more, trying to get the multi-streaming for both YouTube and Twitch going again, so I may as well just toss up a stream with a freebie like this and just gameplay showcase and stuff. But yeah, other than that, how you doing, chat? How's your day? They moved our content session back from, it was supposed to be on Monday, and then they moved it to last night, and it was a like 12-hour turnaround from when it we captured to when it was actually embargo time. And I had a bunch of other stuff going on last night too that I couldn't get around to it, so all good. Appreciate it, Tim. Yeah, I don't care. Like, this happens all the time for... It's just a weird struggle to pick, man. Like... Oh, man. But then we also have, I think Portal changes they're breaking down soon. I don't know if, I haven't been on Twitter today, or X, whatever it's called. That I haven't seen if they put up the patch notes for Portal. But they did yesterday say they were going to be detailing the adjustments made to like the XP and stuff. But I don't know if they put that up just yet, and I can't find it on my timeline very quickly, so I'm maybe assuming that it's not up yet, but it's whatever. Hey, and listen, I'm not trying to like dogpile on anybody. Like it's whatever, dude. We're over it. Hopefully it's over for everybody else. Like, let's move on. Let's talk about games, have fun. Like, we're chill here. We're chill here. We should all act like it, you know? Flying a vehicle. Wait. Oh, dude, yeah. I'm not good at piloting. I'm a great gunner, though. I love being the gunner in whether it be tanks, helicopters, obviously jets you can't do. I still need to take some time. There's a couple of actually now good jet locations, like for Portal, which I need to take advantage of those. I need to actually like spend some time working on my flying. Because initially, whenever like launch day and the day after, if you were to go into Portal and look up a, like a flying tutorial Portal map, it was legitimately, I'm not kidding, every single one was just a spawn trap. You spawn in and just have like 8 people shooting at you. I was like, come on, man, like there was not a single legitimate one out of all the ones I tested. It was crazy. When's Arc Raiders? The 30th. So far I've paid so much attention to Panda this year, the like big 3 or 4 of the VR Battlefield, that I haven't really had the time to think much more of any other games. Oh, Wolfer, we'd make a great tandem then, dude. Wait, so Lacey just sent me a tweet of Tarkov. AJ, if you're still here, apparently Tarkov is adding gambling now. They have like supply drops. Well, that might make the experience a little bit more manageable for people that are deciding Tarkov or Arc Raiders. The entire game's a gamble, that's fair. But genuine gambling instead. Gamble with your sanity. Fair. Fair. Oh, man. I should definitely start working on a video here. We got 2 minutes until the 2-hour mark. Might go to the 2-hour mark and then just wrap it there. Because we can only show the same 20-minute loop of gameplay so many times before we all lose brain cells, right? So we'll have some more content coming on today for the gameplay at large, talking about some things I want to discuss. Probably going to actually showcase the footage of some of the cosmetics if that footage isn't too messed up. But yeah, we'll have some more showcase of that. We'll have some more stuff in regards to additional details. I think we're going to talk about maybe the battle pass. I think I can share some details about. I don't have footage of it, but I know how it works. We'll be talking about that a little bit. Escape from Duck Off has been, dude. Is that just like literally a duck variation of Tarkov? I've seen that mentioned, but never actually played it or checked it out even. But hilarious if that's what it is. That'd be great, actually. But yeah, we're gonna be jumping in, doing some work on the content here, and then we'll be back a little later tonight, probably for a first look, preview, overall impression, stuff like that. Unfortunately, probably not going to have that gameplay ironed out because the raw recordings are just busted, but, you know, it happens. But, yeah, appreciate you guys all being here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you a little bit later. We got still 15 seconds. I'm going to burn that so we get to the 2-hour mark. Just because we're that close, may as well hit the 2-hour mark, you know. But, appreciate you guys all being here. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and until next time, adios. Any plans for Halloween this year? Not too much, no. But, appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and